Hello, I'm Serafino Morgano, and I'm here with.
Will Dalzan.
This February 4th, we got the Grammys this Sunday. Very, very fun, very interesting.
Very
big
exciting
music,
stuff.
Big music, guys. So we picked out our favorite 9 categories, and we're gonna give you our nine nominations.
9 picks.
9 picks. Kicking it off with Record of the Year. A lot of new faces, a lot of similar faces, familiar faces, but
New people.
I think the consensus is
Definitely SZA.
definitely SZA.
Kill Bill.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kill Bill. It's got to be Kill Bill.
That song literally took over the world. Like, it was all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over the radio. Sirius XM had it bumping 24/7. Like, there's no other choice.
Just look at her album, SOS. It's something special. You know,
Amazing.
I don't think any other pop record really came close to that. Kind of one of a kind, very catchy song.
I think that in, like, the broad consensus of everything, not a lot of albums came close to that one.
I agree.
At all.
I agree. I think it was one of the best of the year.
I agree.
All right, moving onward, we got album of the year. Again, we had a lot of new faces this year. I feel like a lot of new
Yeah.
faces, but I think it's an obvious one. The
Lana Del Rey.
classical Lana Del Rey. Always coming out with special, spectacular albums. You know, you look at Norman Rockwell, awesome album. Her new one. Do you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Awesome.
Bunch of instant classics.
Her
Let the Light In. Like,
great song. Just her vocals alone. I mean, they're so captivating.
she has a beautiful
It's
voice.
it's like you're dreaming when you're listening to her. It's something else.
I
It's
couldn't
something.
have put it better
It's
myself.
something else. All right, now we got country. Now we're going to country.
I
Another.
personally am not the biggest country fan, so I don't really know much about it, but I do know that Fino has some pretty strong opinions about it.
But you
so
know
I'm just
Zach.
gonna pass this to him.
But you know Zach Bryan.
But I know Zach.
You know
Zach
everyone.
Bryan's
Everyone knows Zach Bryan. What an album! Zach Bryan is changing the landscape of country. He is changing the industry. There was no other country album this year that was like Zach Bryan's. He's changing everything. Look at Nirvana. Nevermind, 1991. Changed the whole rock industry. And that is what Zach Bryan is doing. And he's going to have plenty more records in the upcoming years that are going to take off, that are going to blow up, and that are going to reign #1 in the billboards. I feel like.
I agree.
All right, moving on. We got rock.
All right, so for rock, me and Fino kind of had a disagreement. Not a disagreement, but a difference of opinion.
We split our ways, yeah.
I decided to go with Queens of the Stone Age, In Times New Roman. I didn't really listen to many of the other records, but my dad and I have always been huge fans of Queens of the Stone Age. And
Good band.
he always had it on, like on the way to school.
Yeah.
He'd always have it on, and I would just listen to it. And I loved the album. I don't think that any other album should win. I know that the Foo Fighters dropped an album this year, and Foo Fighters just worldwide name. Everyone knows them. So I think maybe they have a little bit of an edge, but my personal opinion is that Queens of the Stone Age should win.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I give Foo Fighters' new album just a little bit of an edge. A little bit of an edge. I think their new album was more of a pop rock album, and it sticks. I'm not saying the other nominees are bad, but for me, it's got to be Foo Fighters.
That's fair.
We got to agree to disagree. All right, next we got rap. Oh boy, here we go.
Utopia, clean sweep.
It's got to be Utopia.
Clean sweep.
It's gotta be.
Utopia, Travis Scott, a lot of controversy recently. I mean, with everything that happened to Astroworld, the tragic losses of those kids, awful stuff.
Yeah, it's sad.
He kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a while. He did a few features every once in a while,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy. This album was his make or break, come back into the game.
I agree.
And he blew my expectations like out of the water. It was dark, it was psychedelic, it was cool, it was new, it was progressive. I don't think there's any other choice. I very much enjoyed Heroes and Villains, but I think Utopia is just...
And he had a lot of pressure on him, especially trying to, follow up after Astroworld.
Yeah.
Like that album was such a success, and he hit it. He hit it with Utopia.
Yep.
Very good.
He's been needing this Grammy. I think it's all
Yes,
his.
very well deserving of a Grammy.
All his.
Very
Travis
much.
Scott.
All right, next we're going to R&B. R&B, a very interesting
Relaxing music.
genre, I would say. But again, we agreed. Coco Jones.
I don't know if any of you guys knew this, but if you guys have ever seen the movie Let It Shine, the main
Good
girl,
movie.
I haven't seen it much, so I don't really know the characters' names. But the main girl is Coco Jones, and no one has really heard of her for a while. But all of a sudden, she was in one of Brent Faiyaz's songs as a feature,
Yep,
"Moment of Your Life," or I think so. I love that song. It's an awesome song.
Great
and
song.
It
Very
really
catchy.
drew my attention to her name. And then when me and Fino were directing this, I listened to the album and I loved it. You listened to it too?
I did too, and it was very soothing. You know, R&B is a very soothing category of music, and I just think Coco Jones is just a step above everyone else, and she just deserves it, man.
Yeah.
Especially because she was in Let It Shine. Just give it to her.
Yeah,
Just give it to
childhood
her. Just give it to her.
nostalgia
Yeah,
bonus.
of course.
I think she's got a great future ahead of her.
Next up, we got Song of the Year. Now, once again, we got a returning pick. It's got to be SZA. It's got to be SZA.
Gotta be Kill
It's got to
Bill.
be Kill Bill. SOS. Again, there's not much we could say because we already said it. It's got to be SZA.
gotta
Beautiful voice, beautiful song, beautiful atmosphere.
Queen.
Amazing. Swiftly moving on. We got Best New Artist. Now,
All right.
here we go.
So, I think that there's one pick here that stands out above all the rest, and I think that's Fred Again. And I think we both agree.
Yeah, yep.
Fred Again is a new dance, EDM, like house artist, and his music is just awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. And I never really heard of Fred Again until this guy told me about him. And especially if you enjoy like EDM, house type of music, he is the new person to go to. You know, his stuff is very, very bumping.
It's very like flicking wrist.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like-
awesome music, super fun to dance to, super fun to have a great time to.
Mm-hmm.
Would very much recommend listening to him.
Yeah, great. Next, we got Producer of the Year.
All right, so producer of the year. There's one person earlier that I was talking about that may have been a little snubbed just because someone else produced a project that was just the tiniest bit better, and that person is Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
I think his
Yep.
new album, Heroes and Villains, is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just the intro, On Time with John Lennon, Homelander, Morgan Freeman.
Very experimental. Very good, samples and all that.
Completely set the tone for an amazing
Mm-hmm.
album. Every song transitions into each other. On Time to Superheroes, like when I first listened to the album, I didn't even realize the song changed. And that instantly was like, wow, that's so cool. And that's why I think that this is a giveaway to Metro, because I don't think that anybody else here deserves it over him.
He just knows how to make music, man. He produces for people, he makes his own music, and he's doing a great job. So moving on to our last pick, we got Dance and Electric Music Album. And he's back again. It's got to be Fred again.
It's
Got to be Fred again. Got to be.
Like, I mean, Skrillex.
Skrillex, he was another nominee. It's not 2012 anymore, is it, Will? It's not.
He doesn't
It's
even
not.
look like Skrillex anymore.
He doesn't. And it's just,
Saw on the graphic.
Fred again is adapting to modern music,
He's
to
hot
modern,
right now.
to modern house music, and he is changing the landscape. He is.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Skrillex. KX5 is someone, but then it's Deadmau5.
Yep. It's a little
Skrillex
group.
and Deadmau5, very, very big people in the EDM world, and you got to give props to them because without them,
Fred again
probably
wouldn't-
wouldn't
yep.
be winning this award right
That's
now.
true. That's
So,
true.
Props to them always, but Fred again, it's his time.
He's taking the cake. That's it. So those are all of our 9 picks and 9 nominations for the Grammys. This Sunday they'll be on. We'll be watching. Hopefully you'll be watching too. We're gonna see if our picks are right.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. It's gonna be a fun Sunday. All right, and that's good. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much.